Welcome. I'm Lily Rubio, and you're listening to Your Fullest Life. Welcome to my first filmed podcast in I want to call it my podcast studio, but it's really our formal dining room that we never used as a formal. We just created like a little lounge room. My husband picked out this couch and we literally never sit on it. So I'm like, what better place to make use of this gorgeous couch than on the set for my brand new podcast, Your Fullest Life. So it actually is so fitting because you see how I'm sitting right now. This is where how I sit everywhere. So I knew that it had to be something like comfortable, something totally me. Today, I'm sharing my Tirzepatide update. It's been the most common question in my inbox, and I keep telling people, I'm like, I'm going to film it. And so today I'm filming it. And the reason why I'm talking about it and bringing it to the podcast and even tying it into Your Fullest Life is because what I learned by taking Tirzepatide, this GLP-1 GIP peptide, was that I did have to listen to myself. There was so much negative press, so much negativity, people talking so much smack about this that it was a little intimidating and I was shameful and I thought I would never tell anyone because I was a fitness influencer and how was I going to admit that I'm on this shortcut cheating drug, this thing that big pharma's pushing. Like I heard it all. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to be one of those girls. But let me tell you, I listened to my heart and I listened to experts, people that were actually doctors that were working with patients, not just talking schmack about it, but working with actual patients, doctors that work with women. And that's who I was listening to. That's who I decided to listen to. Also, the experience of my family members that had taken it and they had nothing but good things to say. So I was like, you know what? I am going to take a leap of faith and listen to myself and start this. And so I think that I was almost on it for, oh my gosh, is it going to be a year? June? I never thought, I remember saying that I was just going to do this for like 3 months and that was it, like lose a little bit of weight. But I'm going to share why I stayed on it so long. I'm currently not on the medication and I'll share more about that. But let's stick to our outline, shall we? All right. So this is my third episode, you guys. Third episode. I'm going strong. I did want to start off all of my podcasts with a little bit of breath work. So just wherever you are right now, before we jump into this, can you just take a deep breath for me? Deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. Just take a deep breath and repeat this mantra with me. I honor my body's wisdom and I choose what's best for me unapologetically. Thank you. All right. I like to do that because I feel like no matter where we're at, we can always afford to stop to take a deep breath. So thanks for taking a deep breath with me and for repeating that mantra. It does a little magic in your life, a little magic throughout the day. But all right, so I shared a little bit about why I got started. I'd listened to my own heart, to my own, like I knew that I needed something. I was completely out of control. The idea of starting a diet made me want to like rip out my eyelids. The idea of thinking of getting on another diet. But guess what? I was the heaviest I ever was. I was 170 pounds. I am 5'1". And my old fat weight used to be 140 pounds. So imagine being 170 in this tiny frame. And it like really showed. I did not like how I looked in pictures and videos. And I was absolutely desperate. I needed to get on the medication. And I did. I decided to try it. And it was life-changing for me. It was absolutely life-changing. And it wasn't just about the weight loss, because I'm telling you, I did not starve myself. I did not lose this weight eating like broccoli and chicken breast. Like I ate all the normal foods that I loved, but what I loved is what it did for my brain. I felt like such a normal person for the first time in, I would say, since I started dieting at age 18. I felt so normal because all of a sudden I wasn't obsessing over my next meal. I wasn't seeing pizza and being like, oh, but I have to have it, or like looking at food like it was a reward and a treat. I could just eat my meal and move on with my day, or have one slice of whatever and be okay with that and not feel like I needed to have this food, which was what I was feeling. And the worst feeling of them all for me was feeling like I was starting over every Monday. Oh my gosh. I just remember being like, all right, this week, okay, I'm going to go in, like texting James and like giving him the plan and like, okay, this is the week. We're going to start eating better, babe. And every weekend going ham, like whether it was a party or we went out to eat, and just like feeling like, oh, okay, Monday, it's on. To not have that feeling for almost a year, I'm telling you, that alone made getting on this medication worth it for me, because I felt so much at peace, just like a normal human being that didn't revolve her life around food noise and what food was speaking to me and cravings and like, oh, I need this. Like, food was so neutral, but still very enjoyable. Do not get me wrong, because I hear a lot of people saying that and they're just like, oh, I wouldn't want my desire of food to be taken away. No, I still loved my food. I just didn't revolve my whole life around it. So that was such a relief, just such a relief to finally live my life that way. And so I lost 30 pounds. It took me like 3 months to lose 25. In that fourth month, I think I hit my 30-pound mark. And then after that, I didn't lose any weight. I went up in dose, and I did go back down to my lowest weight, which was 143 pounds was the lowest I was able to get on the medication. And then I plateaued, but I still continued taking it because I loved how I felt on it. I loved that I didn't overeat, and I loved all the brain stuff I just talked about. So I was like, why am I going to get off of this when it is genuinely helping me? And like one time I did go on a trip and I forgot to take it. And the week that I got back, I felt like old habits creeping back. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm ravenous. I'm going back for seconds. I'm like wanting dessert. And I'm like, I need to get back on it. And I did. And now that I'm at the year mark, I could tell you this. I feel like I finally am at a place where this is such a natural way of living. Like how I was living on the medication, I'm doing it naturally. Now, granted, maybe I have some remnants. I've been off of it for 2 months. Maybe a little longer, because I like went a month without taking it and then I got back. So I would say between 2, 3, maybe even 4 months that I've been like on and off, but 2 months of not taking it at all. And I just feel so good. I feel in control. I am not opposed to taking the medication, but we know that this medication is expensive. So if I could like not take it, but I am open to microdosing it. I am open to that. But right now I just feel like I was worried about a lot of hair fallout, which I don't know if it's that much different. There's always hair on my bathroom floor, but there was just a lot of hair coming out. And I was like, I don't want to lose my hair. So between the hair, my skin, I was a little concerned, like, is it making my skin look more wrinkly? I'm also 46, so I don't know. But just for whatever reason, I'm just like, I'm going to stop. And I have. And I've maintained my weight. For the most part, I have gained from my lowest weight, 3, 4, 5, or 6. I'm weighing 149. So I am up 6 pounds from my lowest weight. But this is just kind of where my body is at. This is where I have fallen naturally. And I do ask myself, like right now, I'm like, gosh, if I could just get to, 140, I'll be good. But then I remember that when I was 130, I wanted to be 120. When I was 140, I only thought of being 130. And now once again, in my mid 40s, I'm 100 and let's call it 150. And I want nothing more than to be 140. I'm like, oh my gosh, am I never going to be happy? Am I always going to be chasing these darn last 10 pounds? That's what it's looking like. But I really would like to lose 10 pounds just because I am still a little bit on the gordita side. Like I'm not as fit as I as I want to look, like my tummy still has it. Let's not even talk about my legs, but it's like, I really love having a flat stomach, and it's just not as flat as I would like. And I know that like before, my OG weight that I would always come back to was 138 pounds, to be exact. 130, 140. So that's why I know, I'm like, okay, I thought I was fat back then, because that's what my body would always come back to. But if I could just be 140 again, please, God, make me 140 again. I feel like I'm in a really good place with my fitness routine. I'm doing Pilates every day. I'm getting my steps in. And this is like the first month that I have been consistent in my life, like in this way that I'm working like a machine. I'm like waking up, making my bed, doing my supplements, eating breakfast, going for my walk, coming back, doing Pilates, and then I start my day. So I feel so in control right now with how things are going, that I really feel like my body is about to start changing, because I am, I am like being really consistent with this new routine. I'm loving it. So go me. It does bother me that people still talk poorly about this. There's still haters. There's people still calling people out for like taking Ozempic. And it does bother me, because I've heard so many people talk about anxiety medication and how it helps them and how it changed their life. And I feel like this drug helped me in that same way. And how dare we shame people for turning to something when they desperately needed help? I felt out of control. I could not get myself together. Like where I'm at right now, I was not here a year ago. I was completely out of control. And that was me with a healthy lifestyle, and also understanding like about nutrition and everything, but I just could not control myself. And this medication helped to bring me back to balance. And I hear people talk. I just listened to this podcast of a girl talking about the stigma around anxiety medication and how she's better off with it and she's not going to have shame anymore. And that's how I feel about this life-changing drug. I have seen it change the lives of my mom personally, who was obese and overweight her entire life, her entire adult life after having kids, because she was a flaca little hippie chick when she was younger. But after kids, she struggled to lose weight. My sister too, like just people very close to me. This has changed their life, and it has changed mine. And anyways, I think that we still need more time, because people are still talking so much smack about it, when it has helped so many people more than anything else that has ever been around claiming for weight loss. This has helped so many people that have struggled, not people that just need to lose weight, people who have genuinely struggled for a long time. So anyways, I am here to be a voice to say I am not ashamed about taking Tirzepatide. It was such a positive experience for me. And like I said, if I have to continue microdosing for perimenopause, there's so much coming out about how it helps your heart, how it's just great for insulin resistance and just helping us with our hormones. And I hope it becomes more affordable, more accessible to people, but I am not ashamed, and I am going to be a voice of somebody who is speaking positive about it. Mind you, somebody who has experienced it, not someone just talking smack on the internet that I've never tried it. I'm someone who has tried it, and I'm telling you my honest experience. So what I'm doing to maintain my results is I'm eating about 2 or 3 times a day. Like I'm still eating very similar to how I was on the medication. I don't really have cravings. Speaking of cravings, let's take a sip of our coconut water. Take a little break. Oh my gosh, it's so good. I do not have I can control myself. Every Friday I take my kids to get a treat. Usually it's crumble. They love their crumble. And I will have a few bites of the crumble and I'm done. Maybe I'll pick at it, but it's just like food does not have this hold on me like it used to. And so I'm basically just eating 2 or 3 meals a day, maybe a snack sometimes. What I'm doing to maintain is sticking to my fitness routine and just sticking with my supplements too. I take a pre and probiotic. I take collagen every day, and just I'm just feeling good. I'm really focusing on my health and how I feel. I'm not obsessing in the mirror. I'm not taking pictures every day. I'm not turning to the side and seeing how flat my tummy is. And like, oh, I spent my 20s and 30s like in the mirror, just picking my body apart, looking at every little detail. And it's just not like that anymore. And it feels so good. And I do want to share a little hack. I have a round mirror that I only see the top part of my body, like from here. This is all I see of my body. I'm not looking at my pouch. I'm not looking, like I just see this. And if you are having body image issues, I'm telling you, get a mirror that you only see the top part of your body. I've lived in this new house for 2 years, and that mirror changed my life because I'm not obsessing anymore. I used to take pictures every day of my body and like compare, and I'm not doing that anymore. And I wonder if that just happens with age, but anyways, it's just been such a relief to not live my life like that anymore. So, I have no regrets. I'm proud of my decision. I really feel that if this is something that you want to do, trust your intuition, do your research, listen to doctors who are working with patients, and then find a reliable resource. I used to have people I was recommending. None of those fools ever paid me for my recommendation, so I'm not recommending them anymore. It was such a hassle with them, and I'm like, whatever, guys. I went to my OBGYN and I asked him to prescribe it for me. Not all OBs are doing it. Find a nurse practitioner or just a regular general MD that will prescribe it to you. Anybody working in weight loss, they have the ability, a medical doctor, to prescribe it. That's how I got it, and I honestly paid no more than $350, and all the other people are charging so much. I paid $350 at a local pharmacy, and that's just what I'm going to stick to. If I have to do, I'm going to my doctor. Like, personally, just as someone who was recommending it, I didn't have good experiences with them paying me. So I'm just being a little bratty about that, like referring, but you guys can find whatever company works for you. Just make sure that they're reputable. Read the reviews, So anyways, guys, let me know if you have any questions. Leave them in the comments below, or you can always DM me. I'm an open book. I'm not afraid to, just share my opinion, whatever you need. I'm happy to help you any way that I can. I hope you got something out of this episode. I'm looking forward to the next one where we're going to be digging deeper. I feel like these first few episodes, I'm just getting my feet wet, just getting comfortable podcasting. My first filmed one. I'm excited about this, and it feels so natural, guys. I feel so in my element right now. It's ridiculous. Like, I needed this pivot so bad. Do me a favor and please subscribe and leave a review. If you are liking it so far, leave a review because it helps the podcast to just get more attention. So help your girl out. Thank you so much for joining me. Don't forget to live your fullest life. Bye-bye.